Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Community Showcase. I'm your host, Luqman Shadrack. Now, since October the 7th, the efforts to highlight the freedom for our brothers and sisters in Palestine has trebled or even quadrupled in some countries as well. And one such project that's happening this Sunday is the Palestine Freedom Motorcade. To chat to us a bit more about the event and how you, our viewer, could participate in studio is Sister Aneeqah Timol. Assalamu alaikum, Aneeqah, and welcome.
Walaikum salam. Thank you for having me on the show.
My absolute pleasure. The efforts to increase and highlight our brothers and sisters in Palestine and what they've been going through long before October 7th. Some countries have really been outspoken, South Africa being one of those countries as well. And we've planned so many events over the last couple of months. There is still so much more that we can do, but your organization has really put together a project that can highlight and let people know what's going on in Gaza. Tell us about the Palestine Freedom Motorcade. How did this come together? What was the history behind this?
Okay, so this inshallah will be our third motorcade. Our first one started, so we're from the Deep South, and our first one was just from Muizenberg all the way to Simonstown. We were about 20 odd cars.
Okay.
And then during Ramadan, we had another motorcade. That one grew. We were about 70 odd cars, alhamdulillah. And inshallah, with so much more media coverage this time around, we are hoping that this one will be our biggest one yet.
Yeah.
This one is on the 7th, on Sunday, the 5th, inshallah. And it's the same route as last time. And like you said, the motivation behind it is it's simply to create more awareness. Like you said,
20 cars, it's 20 more than what we would ordinarily have.
Correct.
And, we all need to highlight what is going on. We all need to be advocates in terms of, letting other people know that are not so aware of what's going on in Gaza as well. Now, when it comes to arranging an event like this, there's always logistics involved. There's always planning. And I'm sure this happened quite a few months prior.
Yes and no. We are also a very spontaneous group.
Okay.
We refer to ourselves as this, the Deep South Palestinian Solidarity Group.
And when you say Deep South, we're talking Simonstown, right? That part, Simonstown,
So
Muizenberg.
we're covering Glenkin, Sun Valley, Fishhook, Simonstown. We've started a picket in that side of the world 7 months ago, and we are a very diverse group of people that picket there every Friday and Saturday, and that's the basis of where we started, and we build on from there. So now we've got the motorcade going, inshallah. We want to spread out more. We want to cover more areas, show more visibility. We found that side of the world, there was just lack of information. There was no talk about Palestine.
So you had one over the last 2 years. What's been the response like? I want to know, when you on the route, do people come up to you? Do people say, "Hey, I wasn't aware this was going on"? Are you finding those types of questions?
So like I said, our last big one was this year during Ramadan.
Okay.
And we wanted to specifically drive through areas that we knew were Zionist flooded or very DA run. And so we covered Sea Point, obviously, and Camps Bay. We did think we would get more of a negative response driving through Sea Point, but surprisingly, we were actually welcomed by a lot of people on the sidewalks of all races. There were the occasional disrespectful people on their balconies, but that you're always going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
But overall, we got a very good support from people on the side.
Okay. So people that would like to join this Sunday, take us through the event itself. What is your starting point and what's the route going to be?
So our starting point is the Rondebosch Common that's on Campground Roadside. We aim to all gather and meet at 1:30, and then our aim is to depart from there at 2 p.m.
Okay.
From there, the route is going to be catching the M5, which is right there, easy access. And then we are going to go through town and into Sea Point, main road at the bottom, all the way through to Camps Bay, and then into Hout Bay.
Okay.
When we reach Hout Bay, there's a circle, so we usually turn around and follow the same route back.
Okay.
But The motorcade is very flexible. It's a family thing. It's
Will you be stopping along the way, or is it just one
so
route?
we don't stop along the way. We don't get out of our vehicles. It's a very peaceful thing. We don't want to interact with anyone who pushes any wrong buttons. But we are peacefully cruising through those areas, very slowly, like I said, with your flags out your windows, hooting here and there. Like the last time, if you can't make it to the start point or at the start time, that's the route, and you can join in a long way. We had that the last time. Because we're cruising, it's very possible to just slip in behind the cars, and you're also flexible to leave when you need to leave. You don't have to do the entire route if you don't want to.
Okay, I like that, because Sunday is normally a family day. Yeah. People have things to attend as well. But what should people bring along? What are you wanting? Memorabilia, flags, scarves?
Okay, so obviously the flags, because we drive in with our windows down, or if you have a open roof system, flags out. That's obviously the point. We want to show solidarity and the cause that we're here for. Obviously, any sort of Palestinian colors or anything to that effect, to dress to the theme, I suppose. But like I said, we don't get out the car per se.
For sure.
We did end the last time, those who followed back and went back the route, we did end in Greenpoint, and we took a lovely group picture with all of us. So yeah, if you do want to dress for it, that's also great.
Yeah, so it's nice because it creates that awareness, and it shows solidarity for the cause as well. I would imagine that the safety aspect is very important. People need to be aware on the route, stay in the cars, like you said. Do people with motorbikes come along as well?
Yes, so last time we did have a few motorbikes, and that definitely helped assist the flow of things. Inshallah, we are hoping to have a motorbike club join us on Sunday. Like I said, it helps with the flow. They control the flow of the cars. When we get to robots, they assist with that. But as I mentioned, our aim is not to cause chaos. We don't block off roads. We don't block the roads and stand still. We just move really slowly.
Okay. Aneeqah, if people would like to join, is there a number? Is there an email address? How do people get hold of you?
Okay, so by my cell phone number is 079 1009 189. That's WhatsApp as well. Our Deep South group is planned to launch our Instagram account this weekend, inshallah. So hopefully we can go live and put posts regularly where we are at the current route, so people who want to join along can see where we are.
And it's also open to all faiths, all cultures that can come along.
Of course, this is open to anyone. I've always stressed that the Palestine plight is not a Muslim fight. It's humanity. It's something that concerns all of us. So this is open to anyone and everyone in Cape Town.
Inshallah. And it takes a brave soul like yourself and your group to put on something like this as well. And kudos to you guys for always highlighting what's going on in Gaza. We all need to do a lot more. Words of encouragement for other people who would like to, maybe start similar projects?
Okay, so basically, like I mentioned, this initiative for us started being isolated in the Deep South, and we felt that there wasn't enough being done. So for me, it's all about consistency. I would recommend people choose something and just be consistent to attend it. So like this weekend, for example, there's a number of events happening.
Yes.
Our side, for example, we've got our weekly Friday and Saturday pickets.
Okay.
This happens on the corner of Lower Buller Road, coming off of Okapseweg.
Okay, gotcha.
That corner. So we're there every Friday between 3:30
and that's towards
and 5.
the Glen Ken side.
If you're coming down Okapsa, it's just opposite Sun Valley, going towards Sun Valley
I'm
Mall.
with you. Gotcha. Okay.
You'll notice the crowd with flags. So that's 3:30 to 5 every Friday, and
closer to the Westlake side of things. Sun Valley going into Westlake. Gotcha. Yeah.
And then 2 to 5 on a Saturday.
Okay.
And then I know there's also youth.
Do you get resistance from people in
We
that
do.
area?
So Saturdays, over the past 2 to 3 months, we have had a small group of Zionists pitch up. There have been altercations once or twice with them. but that's even more of a reason that we need the community to come out.
Gotcha.
And our group is so diverse. It shows to the community and the past buyers that, like I said, this is not Muslims.
Of course.
This is anyone and everyone who wants to stand up for what's right.
I agree. Run through that route very quickly before we end the interview. What time you start, what time you're hoping to start, and the route itself.
Okay, so like I said, it's 1:30 at Rondebosch Common, Campground Road, leaving at 2 p.m., hitting the M5, going into town, passing Sea Point, Camps Bay, and then Hout Bay, turn around and back for those who wish to. There is no sign up. You just arrive, can join in en route. We will be selling a few flags at the starting point for those who need. Cash or we'll have card facility.
Right.
But obviously recommended to bring what you have. Other than that,
Brilliant.
Inshallah, we hope for good weather and a good turnout.
Inshallah. Aneeqah, Jazakallah so much. To you and your team, all the very best with the event and all the other events that you put on, and may all your future projects grow from strength to strength, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you for having me.
My absolute pleasure. That's our community showcase, and it's the Palestine Freedom Motorcade that's happening this Sunday. If you are able to assist and also partake in the event, do contact the good people from the event, Aneeqah and her team, and they will direct you on how you could join as well. From all of us at Hilaal TV, have a great afternoon. Assalamu alaikum.